Okay, so
Thank you.
moving on, what we're now going to do is open this up to begin the panel discussion, which is going to start with a few remarks from 4 individuals. And we've put your names up here so you can join us in the front of the room. So I would ask if the 4 panelists can join us. And they are Roger Curran from the Institute for In Vitro Sciences, Ed Lecluse from the Hamner Institute for Health Sciences, Christy Says, not from Texas A&M, is that correct, Christy? Right? RTI now, and but we'll work on changing that, and Rusty Thomas from the U.S. EPA. What the 4 panelists have been asked to do, and what we're going to do is allow them to make some comments. Some of them have slides, I think, some of them don't. This is really now intended to begin to initiate this conversation among us all. And what they've been asked to do, if you will, is using Dr. Taylor's example of the car falling apart. We're going to kick the tires, so to speak, on the tissues on chips. And so I'm just going to frame this a little bit. I'm going to paraphrase a few questions. They've been asked to specifically address a few questions. Some or all, they more or less have gotten to pick the ones they want to speak to relative to their own experience and expertise. But I just want to frame these a little bit for the rest of the audience. They include things like, do these platforms adequately bridge cellular and organismal levels of organization? Can the models be used in a systems biology context to identify properties that would respond to environmental stressors? Can these platforms sufficiently incorporate elements of human biology that would obviate the need to do animal-to-human extrapolation? Can they replicate disease processes and conditions? And what would be their strengths and weaknesses there? What value do they add to existing tools and approaches to assess toxicity and or benefits of drug or chemical exposure? Ultimately, how might we use them in risk assessment? And what are the goals that we should be priming for these technologies to be used in the future? So I think we're really going to try to start vetting strengths and weaknesses and general application through the rest of the afternoon. So I'm going to ask that we go in the order of the program. So it will be Roger, then Ed, then Christy, then Rusty.